Men and women are different. If you haven't noticed this somehow, you might be living under a rock all alone, or you're just Helen Keller. Anyways, these differences will cause skill differences between genders. So to prove that women really shouldn't fight, we need to go back in time. Okay, a long time ago, before even your mom was born, humanity fought over the most random things. The ancient Greeks liked to fight over women for some reason. It's almost like they didn't have enough back then or something. The Romans fought to take over basically all of Europe, and most commonly, countries love to fight over dirt. They cannot be content with the land they have. Like, come on. And even nowadays, countries still fight over really unnecessary things. If we take human civilization to be the last 6,000 years, then the idea of women fighting has been around for only 0.01% of human history. Now that says something. If you think the idea of women fighting is so true because it makes so much sense, then why hasn't it been around longer? The whole idea of fighting has been around 100% of time because people realize they can get what they want if they actively destroy whatever stops them. Somewhat logical, but the Greek philosophers never said that women shouldn't fight. Weren't they so smart? I'll just leave that there for you to think about. Moving on. If you were in command of a country, you would want to make it thrive and last a long time, right? And unless you're the president of China, of course you would. Now just think about what women can do that men can't do. Correct. They can have children. So if you want to make your country last a long time, you would let women die in battle, right? Wrong. You would protect them at all costs, obviously. Way back in 2015, the US decided to see how well men and women did in combat, so they ran a test comparing women and men in simulated combat. The results were as follows. The passing percentages for men were 71, 99, 86, 99, and 94. For women, they were 0, 36, 86, 71, and 71. But before you say that only some of those scores were drastically lower, I would like to say that those ones don't require much strength. They're just shooting guns or loading a tank. The one that did require strength was the percentage passing with men being 99% and for women 36%. The evidence is there. Men do better, that's just how it is. You can't escape the truth. Wouldn't you like to decide what you believe is true? Me too. Then don't let the government convince you that it's good for women to be in battle. After seeing the results I just mentioned, the government thought this.
Let me see these results. We have a problem. Our standards show that women aren't good enough to fight. What are we going to do? Wouldn't the logical reason just be to not accept them? No. They need to be accepted somehow. Why? Because women really need to do the same things as men, obviously. No, can't men just do those things? No, women should be able to decide what they can and cannot do. What if they just physically don't meet the standards? Because that's what it looks like is going on in your little test. Then we'll just make it easy for them. Yeah, we'll just do that. But wait, wouldn't that make our army not strong enough anymore? No. You don't get a say in this.
Basically, what I'm saying is the government is telling you what you should believe is true. And as we all know, that is basically life in North Korea. Or in other words, communism. So stop letting the government tell you that the results mean the opposite of what they want. Because we did not build our country for that. Bye.